All right, so I'm doing my 25-hour break-in period, and I thought that I was going to possibly be able to get the oil filter off without removing the skid plate, but I'm going to show you why you can't. Maybe you guys will have littler hands or arms and be able to do it, but this is the same ignorance that goes along with the Can-Am Defenders, is you got to remove all this stuff just to get the oil filter off. Now, you can drain the oil just fine. There's an actual hole under there that lets you drain the oil, but I'll show you where the filter's at and what they could have done to solve this problem. Okay, so you can see the filter's down in here, and I thought, well, I can stick my hand down in there and do it. But I couldn't. My hand, okay, so my hand can't go down here, so I've got to go all the way around and below and under this. And then by the time I do, and I actually get my hand to it, I can't get my thumb and stuff around it to actually put torque on it because there's a tube over on the other side, and then I can't shift my elbow down here because there's tubing and part of the motor up here. And then you've got your air conditioning lines. Like I say, maybe your arm and hand will be different, you'll be able to do it, but I could not get my hand to it, and I tried to put an oil filter wrench and a few other things down there. By the time you get them around it, your arm and stuff can't move to do that. So what you've got to do is, hey girl, what are you doing? Hey, let me finish this, and then where are you going? You going to get her sleep? All right, cool, love you. So what I had to do is, and this is really dumb, I wish they would have just put like a sliding slot or something inside this. So me and Wells have been on this up under here taking this apart. So basically you've got to take all of the skid plate from the back off, and you can't just take out the couple that are in the front skid plate because they are slid into this secondary skid plate. So then you've got to take the back row of them out and a T40 Torx bit, which is right there in the center, right here where you see my finger, in that little indentation. And so once you get all them out, then you can slide this back and get it off of there. I haven't pulled it all the way back yet, but I'll take that off and kind of show you guys under there what I'm talking about. So I'm up under here, I got the skid plate off. The actual little skid plate bolts that go in there, which are right here, I think they were 10 millimeter. I have to look again and see. But now I can get to the oil filter that I've got this whole skid plate off. I can reach up in there and take that off. But it's still just in an awkward spot. And I don't know. I just don't like when they do stuff like this. Can-Am's notorious for this. Polaris has never been. All right, so once I was up under there, I'm going to tell you right now, if they put it on as tight as mine was, you better have extremely good grip strength, or you better get the extension with the little cup that fits on the end of your actual Polaris filter on here. Now this is a Polaris filter that comes with the kit. I'm actually going to put Amsoil in mine, and if you want Amsoil, here's what goes in it. Same weight as what's in your regular one. That means that the viscosity is weight 5 when it's at idle or normal running temp. And then once it gets to heat, it's at 50. So that's what they recommend from Polaris. Like I said, I've just always run Amsoil. But that oil filter was extremely hard to get off the way you've got to put your hand even up in from the bottom. So changing oil's a pain in the butt. It wouldn't be that big a deal if you had a jack, something you could put this up on, but you would still have to remove the skid plate, all the little bolts and everything. I've done drained it, put the cap back in. Now I'm gonna put the new oil filter on. I was able to pull it out from the top. So I basically stuck my hand up in there and loosened it with my hand, and then pulled it out from the top up here. But I'm gonna put this back on and finish doing that. And then I'm gonna change the rear transmission differential fluid. Just in case any of you guys were wondering, this is how thick the bottom skid plate is, and it's plastic. It's probably, I mean, it's decent to be factory. And there's plenty of spots that go across through there to brace it. But if you hit something super jagged, it would go through it pretty easy. But I mean, it's way better than nothing, and it's good to have it from the factory. But it's not too thick. I got a few more accessories that I'm putting in. So the new iPhones are USB-C, and it's a pain to have them plugged into here. You can quick fix by just getting a plug-in that has an adapter on here, but I just wanted to be able to plug it into my dash. So I bought this, and now you can make this yourself. You can buy these probably at your local dealer, the end plug that will plug directly into your pulse bar. But I'm going to show you guys, you've got to take these dash pieces out and take this off, which is 3 bolts right here, here, and here. And then you've got to go into this and run wires through your panel, which will be here, into the cab, and then plug it into your actual spot inside. So once I get all that off, I'll show you guys. But I'm going to put it in one of these or down here. I haven't decided yet. Probably up here, because I like to hang my phone while I'm videoing from the mirror and charge it directly from there so it can charge while it's videoing. But we'll see. Got 2 of them out, but I'll go ahead and show you. So pull all these out. We're just going to set this over here, put these right here in this crack. Then you pull these up. I took a screwdriver and popped both sides, and then these just pull out. Pretty simple process. Set them over here, and then I'm going to get this up, and I'll show you guys. So I actually want it as close to me as possible. So I'm actually going to put it right here. If I don't like that, I'll move it later. But as you can see, I just reached down in here and pulled this plug, pushed it out around the sides. And then I'm going to wire this plug that I've got up here into this bar. So I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so you can see it's sticking out here. Now all I've done is just remove this top piece, because you can go from under here. You can take your hand and just kind of lay down, and you can run your hand up through there and push it right through there. And then this, once you pull it through, will just push into that. I'm going to show you guys that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it through and plug it in just to make sure it works. So you can see here. Let me get it through there and plug it in. We'll see. All right, so I should be able to undo this clip. Pull this up through here. Basically get my fuse through that hole to where it's inside here, and that way if it blows, it's easy to get to. This comes on here. It comes just like I got it. I'll put a link in the bio, but let's make sure it works first. See if I can do it with my hand. All right, I've got it plugged in. As you can see, little rubber garments on there. It's latched on. My fuse is here. As you can see, nothing's on right now, nor should it be. This will actually turn this way. We're just going to set it in there for right now just to see what it looks like. So it's going to tell me my battery voltage when the key's on. And then I've also got a top charger and a bottom charger. One is a USB-C, which I need for a lot of things now. And then you've got a normal USB, which is the old style. Nice. As you can see, then I can plug it right in my phone. charging. Excellent. And then you can always watch your battery voltage too. Also, I've seen a lot of these that will not, they'll stay on blue with the key off. So this is completely unpowered. And you could put one of them in a matter of no time. Like I said, I'll put a link in the bio, but I've got a few other things to hook up. I'm going to put some light bars on and a few other things. But I just wanted to show you guys that in case you've got a newer iPhone or even a normal iPhone and you don't want to try to put it in this to charge it.